Good afternoon. I'm here. It's chilly today. It is, I would say January here. I don't know, it's like, what, 15 degrees? Which I'm not sure how to do conversions yet, but I am getting used to Celsius degrees. But I'm cold, so I have a drink, and I have a blankie, and I'm ready to get going. Let me check. Oh, Reanimator's gonna check what temperature it is. Let's see here. Oh, my fault. I accidentally gave myself head pats. That's okay. It is 13 degrees, which is 55. Okay, good to know. I need to map those to the F numbers, not to regular numbers. So, good evening. You had a day? Yeah, I did have a day. But I'm really, really excited to be on stream now. I've been looking forward to it. I deserve the pat. Thank you. Hi, Venus. Welcome in. Ooh, great question. Let's see what we can get for that one. I am trying. I'm trying to make sure that the bot does that. If you're a new person, it's not fixed. But if you are someone who's been here before, I think I don't know. I think it is fixed. But I don't know why. I haven't figured out why yet. But let's figure out Venus's question. You're very, very first in line. Welcome in, welcome in. I want to legally change my name in Pakistan. Will it happen successfully? Let's find out. Got 4 of Cups reversed. The Emperor. Yeah, it remembers people's usernames. One more for Venus, please. Temperance reversed. This feels like it doesn't feel like a no, but it does feel like it will be really hard. Like, if it's not a no, it's going to be a lot of work. That's not your fault. Like, I'm getting, like, paperwork going missing, or, like, they reschedule appointments and you have to reschedule again, or just a lot of bureaucratic mess. And I think it's for almost like, it'll feel almost like they're trying to wear you down. But I want to say, because this also showed that it won't, oh, thank you. If you keep trying and you keep going, Venus, then they can't stop you. Right? You will be successful. You will be successful if you keep going. It'll just be a lot of headaches and a lot of work and a lot of bureaucracy. But I do think it will be successful in the end. It's just going to take so long. And I don't want to discourage you, because I want you to try and I want you to manage it, because it is important. But yeah, from this I'm definitely getting the feeling that it's going to be painful. But that's why I drew a 4th card to get you that 9 of Cups. So it feels like, yes, eventually, but it won't be fast. It'll be very slow and tedious. So, sorry about that. Let's get you through the queue here. Very first in line. Thank you for asking. And yeah, you're welcome. I'm sorry it wasn't a perfect answer. I wish you the best of luck. It's important to be able to have the name that's right for you. Thank you for always showing up here. So, let's see. I see somebody else lurking, but that's all right. I'm going to... It can be done to just be a headache. That's exactly the answer. That is, in fact, dealing with governments. It can be done, but it will be a headache. I know I've been dealing with basically the exact same situation over here. Hang in there. That's a good way. Yeah, hang in there. Lots of love and luck towards you. I'm gonna edit that message real quick. I'll just put it in another one. Command. Chat once. Actually, no, we're gonna put that over here in events. Hopefully that will be helpful. Yes, we have been having our own, welcome in Birdcatcher. We have been having our own government paperwork stuff, and it is, yes, in fact, still going on. Yesterday, God, it feels like a whole entire 2 weeks ago, I had to go get a box from the customs because our friend sent us a package. And it was a whole hullabaloo, but it's finally over and we have the box. We have the box now, which is so nice to say that the ordeal's over. And now we know. Now we know how to get boxes. So if people send us boxes, it's not going to be a giant ordeal again. It's just going to be that one time. Oh yeah, Rhiannon has their mundane superpowers and mundane curse thing. I wonder what mine is. Christmas in October, yeah! I'm freezing today. So I'm all cuddled up. Welcome in! It's nice to have everybody here. I've fed my decks really nice, so they're not going to be angry today. They're not going to be sticky. I mean, like not literally sticky, but still need to make that video, but I fed them on Sunday, I think, and I talked to them for a little while, and they literally said, don't film this feeding. And I was like, oh, okay, sure, why not? I guess, but now they won't be so picky, I think is a better word for it than sticky. Sticky makes it sound like I'm got terrible hygiene or something. It's 13 degrees down here. Yeah, 55. And I'm cold. I don't usually get cold in the 50s, but I am cold today, so I'm all bundled up. So I don't believe there's anybody in line right now, if anybody wants to hop in line. Otherwise, I'm chill to just chat. I've been having a day, but it's over, and I'm really excited to be here. It definitely turned around. We took a really nice walk on the beach. We got some cinnamon rolls from the place across the street. Big shift down, yeah. I've not lost my cold tolerance. Good. I don't want to lose my cold tolerance. But yeah, I ended up like sleeping on the floor last night because I just couldn't go to sleep and I didn't want to bother Reanimator. And then it was freaking cold. I had like I'm fine now. I'm completely fine now, but I had like a panic attack earlier today and like cleaned the whole house. So I'm really happy to be here and stream. It's been cold for a couple days. Hated having the house closed, but definitely been necessary. Yeah. And it's spring over here. So it's supposed to be warmer, but it's like, woo. Absolutely frigid. I'm used to January. I'm not used to January in October. Oh no, the house needed cleaned. I'm really glad I did it. It feels so much better now. Octobuary. Yeah, that's a good one. Octobuary. Well, no, because what's it? Cold month's gonna be like June. So I guess it is still June. No, that's not right. Hey! Welcome in, Amanda! I did not recognize you. Thank you for being here. We're having a pretty slow night. It's not normal. So I'm really glad you're here. I'm excited to get to be your distraction for Halloween. Octoly? Octoly's pretty good. October, July. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Octoly. Gotta fix this weird channel thing I don't have anymore. Oh. Yeah, messing around with YouTube is definitely something I'm getting a lot more used to, but is not intuitive. Not intuitive, even a little bit. Octoly. Yeah! Yeah, so I have stream tonight, and then I have stream Thursday, which I probably should have canceled, but I didn't, and then on Friday. So I'm going to probably sleep all of November 1st, and then we have a few Day of the Dead events that we want to go to on Sunday. There's one at the Mexican Embassy, which I'm really excited about, and then there's one at a cafe. So I think we're going to try to go to both, but it also depends what state I'm in. Yeah, go ahead. There's nobody in line right now, so feel free to post any questions you have. No problem, no problem. Welcome in, everybody. I see people are finally flowing in. There's nobody in line. So feel free to ask your questions. Just start your message with "my question is," and the bot will grab you. Yep, thank you, Reanimator, for the reminder. If you start your message with "my question is," the bot will grab you and put you into line, and I'll be able to get to everybody's questions really orderly. There's nobody in line right now, so if you're lurking, this is a great time to post your question. Otherwise, I will continue to ramble about how I'm very cold and about how it was nice to feed my ducks on Sunday. I did a whole honey and candles and like mead offering to them, and it made them feel much more powerful, much more polite. So let's see. Oh, how come the bot's not doing it? That's okay. So, Amanda's question. I met this really amazing person whose work I really value today, and she needs my help, but she's just starting out like I am. I was thinking about offering to do some work for her, and she can pay me later. I don't have a worry that she wouldn't pay me, but right now, I wonder if it's a wise course of action for me. Let's find out. Let's see what we can get here. Six of coins reversed. Move this. Oh, there we go. Is this a wise course of action currently? Ooh. That's too many. That's I'm not reading 15 cards. Can you condense that message? 3 of coins. And one more, please. One more, please. Knave of Swords and Knight of Pentacles reversed. So it looks like... Yeah, I am using the cat deck. This one is my favorite. Well, maybe, I don't know. It's my first deck that I ever used, and so it's the deck I use the most. I'm the most used to it, I'll say. I will say that this spread has a very clear message. It looks like the cards are trying to say no. No, this is not a great course of action right now. They want you... They think it's a good idea. They think it's a good idea, but they are worried about your money, obviously. They want to make sure that this is a equivalent exchange. That you two are working together and get something off of the ground instead of just kind of spinning your wheels. I would say perhaps setting up a trade could be good. Or something along those lines. But if it's just like a, oh, I'll do this for you and you can pay me back later, the cards aren't sold on that. They do want you to work with her, but they want it to be more of a sooner payment. And it doesn't have to be money. It can be like a trading of services. But not a undetermined, unwritten down, unagreed upon future date that maybe they will pay you, right? But they do want you to work with her, and they do like the idea of working with her. But they want it to be something more concrete and something more immediately two-sided. Okay, good. That makes me feel good. That's not the advice I thought I would be giving you. It's always funny when I get, like, a question and I'm like, oh, this seems like a really obvious answer. It seems like it would be best if you just, like, all worked out, and my opinion would be this, and then the cards have a completely different opinion. And it's like, oh, okay, I trust you. Obviously, that's why I work with them. But it's always fun to see what my opinions differ with the cards. Because I'd be like, yeah, go for it. As long as you have time. As long as you're not, sacrificing time that you could be doing something else. Personally, I'd say that sounds like a great idea. But it looks like they want you to set up something a little bit more concrete. See if she's open to the idea of barter. She does executive function coaching for autistic and ADHD youth and young adults. Ask her if she'll work with me. I think that'd be fantastic. Executive function coaching. I might need some of that. Hello! Welcome in, Janelle! It's so good to see you. Miss May is a little bit more talkative tonight. So please excuse her. I'm a little more talkative tonight. I'm also a little bit cold. So come on in, get a cup of coffee or a cup of hot chocolate and come sit with me. Come ask me questions. We'll just have a cozy time together. How is everybody else doing? I've been talking about what's up with me. How are you, Janelle? I saw Birdcatcher came in. How are you, Birdcatcher? How was everybody's weekends? I went out and I had a picnic, and it was lovely. Ooh, Birdcatcher's got a question. What do the spirits want to tell Libby for the rest of the week? It's more about the spirit. Oh, no, that's fine. That's a perfectly fine question. Don't worry about that. You two are basically the same person in my head. Not really, but you know what I mean. It's not another person question. So, let's do Birdcatchers. What do the spirits want to tell Libby for the rest of the week? Maybe the rule would be something like someone who isn't a follower. I don't know. Hey, the party is here. Welcome in, Illumination. What do the spirits need to tell Libby? Interesting. We've got the Tower, 5 of Wands, and the Ace of Cups reversed. Everyone having a great time? Yes. Now that I'm in stream, yes, I am having a much better time. Glad the funds arrived. Yes, exactly. So I don't... Okay, so... Birdcatcher. Getting your attention again. This tower here... Oh, thank you so much! Big hugs! Please warm me up with big hugs. So, I looked at this tower card and I immediately heard the words dreams. So there is either... Libby has already had a very important dream this week, or one is coming. It might be something upsetting, but the dream is important and not to be taken like literally, but metaphorically. There is a chance that this will spark tension inside herself. Like, she'll have conflicting ideas and conflicting thoughts and kind of fight with herself about what this dream means or what it is she should do. And the guides are just giving out a warning. None of this is like advice. So I do want to pull another card for advice about this dream. Because it's a big, scary, important dream. But what is it that should be done about it? Or what is it that should be thought about while considering this dream? And we have the 8 of Pentacles and the Empress reversed. Okay, Libby has all of the power. Someone is trying to take it from her, but she has it. It can't be taken away from her. It is intrinsic within her. So whether or not they are trying to take it from her, it's impossible unless she willingly hands it over. And that's the advice for this dream. So, unfortunately, guides say big scary dream. But it's just... It is important, metaphorically, for a message to come through. It is just a dream. Nothing is out to hurt her. And to remember that she is the one that has the power. Just noticed the blankie. Thank you. Yes, I'm chilly today, so I have my blankie. I've got my hot chocolate. I'm very excited. Oh my god, what? She had a dream about an old ex-friend who wanted to control her. No way. No way. Oh, okay, I know I'm good at this, but this is... I never realized that, like... sometimes I'm not on. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah, something about that is important. As like a message. Perhaps to stay away from that person, or perhaps something is disguising itself as that person. I don't know. But something is important about that dream, and it would be good if she talked to her guides about the dream. She'll get a kick out of it. Yeah. Holy cannoli. Thank you for validating me. That sounds so, ooh. Can I put that on my resume? Yeah, thank you for letting me know about it. May not be disguising themselves as that person, might just come from somewhere familiar. Yeah, that's a good point, Reanimator. That's a really good point. I didn't mean to make it, like, sound extremely spooky and scary. Symbolism, exactly. Yeah. See, is anybody else in line? I don't think anyone else is in line. I think that was it. Let's check real quick. Yep, that was the whole queue. As someone whose only psychic stuff is intuition disguised as logic and dreams. Yeah. Dreams are weird when it comes to intuition and getting messages. As much as I would like to think that I'm very intuitive, I do not. Dreams are not where my intuition shines. I am not a dream kind of person. I know Reanimator is. So I can only give so much advice. Yeah, Reanimator's pretty good at dreams. Or at least good at, like, having intuitive dreams and getting messages through dreams. It's pretty wild. It's fine, I hate dreaming. Yeah. You hate dreaming because it's, like, such a intensive thing for you. So we have stream today, we have stream on Thursday, and then we will have Halloween Sabathon. Starting to freak out about, but I'm excited. Ooh. Yes. I love this question. What do my guides believe I should be working on the most right now? What do the guides believe I should be working on the most right now? We have 8 of Wands, Queen of Wands, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles reversed, and 5 of Cups reversed. Holy cannoli, you got a lot of royalty in that one. It looks like something is coming, and I think it has to do with people. No coughing fit. Yes, thank you. Yeah, no coughing fit this time. Knock on wood. This might be to do with your relationship. Something could be coming fast to change it. I think Queen of Wands. Now, I hate doing this. Second time today with the royals. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I don't usually read the Queen of Wands as, like, the other woman That's a very common way to read the Queen of Wands. But it does almost feel like it in here because we have both the Queen and the King of Pentacles. It does feel like there's a possibility of cheating happening or a third party of some kind. And it's fast, soon. Like, I would say no more than 2 months out, probably sooner than that. The cards aren't giving judgment on this, though. Hey, welcome in, Puddle Pudding. Hi. So, it could also be like a therapist is this third person, or it could be a friend giving you good advice. See, like I said, I don't usually read the Queen of Wands as like the other woman, but that is a possibility here. But I'm saying a third person seems to be entering your main relationship fast, within the next, I would say more like a month, but it could be 2 months. And then the Five of Cups reversed here at the end. There's something that they don't want you to regret. Something they don't want you to regret. What is it? Interesting. I'm gonna call for one more clarification card. No, thank you. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Like I said, it could be a therapist, it could be a friend with really good advice, it could be cheating, I don't know, but it's someone entering your main relationship as a third party. So for this Five of Cups reversed, we have Four of Swords, Seven of Swords reversed, Magician reversed. The Seven of Swords reversed does make me feel like it's not cheating. This makes me feel like it's not anything like deceitful or hidden, right? This seems like something that might happen out in the open. But I do think the cards want you to be ready for something. And they're like, oh, make sure that you're like make sure that you like have everything you need, make sure that you're well rested. And I'm like, make sure that you're healthy so that you don't regret like make a rash decision and regret something. And I'm like, but it's coming so fast. It's coming so fast. How are you supposed to be ready for that? But I don't know. But I am really glad that we got this one, because it does make me feel like this Queen of Wands is going to be... Rabbit's on fire tonight. It's going to be something like a friend or a therapist or a doctor, something entering that isn't cheating. Talking to my high priestess today about shadow work, but other than that, fuck romantic relationships, no more thanks. Yeah. I don't know. Oh. She could be that Queen of Wands could be the high priestess then. I don't know if why it didn't spit out the high priestess, but it could definitely be you talking to the high priestess. That could be it. Maybe a guide. Yeah, like a guide, a spirit guide, act like a physical person. Something that gives you advice. Like that's what I was saying, like a friend. But a guide is absolutely something that could be. Sorry, that one was a little bit all over the place. Kind of a big wide answer, but I hope it was received because your guides wanted you to know that. You are so welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for always being here and always being the life of the party. So, is anybody else in line? I don't think so, but let's check. We're having a pretty slow day today. It's okay. Maybe I need the slow. Maybe I need the rest before subathon. Now they're running to the hills. Like and subscribe, nerds. Yeah. Nobody's subscribed and I can tell because my little heart there still says example. If you want your name on where the little heart is, hit subscribe if you have not yet. What will I find traveling abroad? Let's see what we can do here. I like that question. So Pudding asks, what will I find traveling abroad? What will Pudding find traveling abroad? Two of Swords? Oh, the candle went out. Candle went out for you, Illumination. We have Judgment reversed. Eight of Swords. Ooh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Hello, Fluffy Bunny! Welcome in! So, Pudding, it seems like you're going to find some anxiety traveling abroad. Maybe even a heavy decision that you aren't sure how to find the right information you need to make the decision, right, of whatever the question is. The cards want you to know that this anxiety, this like need, need to find the truth, need to find answers. It is not as dire as it feels. I think it's going to feel pretty dangerous, pretty overwhelming is a good one. Pretty all-encompassing. You might feel trapped even. And the cards want you to know that that's not reality. You are much safer than you think you are. You just don't have the information you need. In both of these cards, I don't know if you can see it from here, but in both of these cards, these cats are blindfolded. And they're both dealing with sharp knives. And it's not safe to deal with sharp knives when you're blindfolded. But if the cats were not blindfolded, this would not be nearly so dangerous. Cats are pretty agile. They're good at getting around. So they wouldn't cut themselves if they had their eyes open. So whatever knowledge you're missing, whatever it is that you need to fill in the gaps, it's not much. I don't think it's very much. And it's the only thing between you and safety. So in order to find out what it is that you're missing, I think you're going to want to do like research. Ask a trusted adult. Ask a librarian. Ask a teacher. Ask a, I don't know, advisor, you know? Don't kind of put out yeah, because I'm cold, so I'm all wrapped up in a blanket. Don't like ask the internet. Don't ask your spirit guides. Don't ask your ancestors, right? This is something that you need to know right now, and something that is like a hard fact. So ask a book. And you'll be much, much, much safer with whatever that information that you're missing is. The hardest thing about this reading that I'm seeing is finding out, like, knowing what to ask in order to get you that information. Knowing what information you're missing. That, I don't know. But there's some little bit of information. I think you'll know once you're in the midst of it, right? So not until you're there. And then you'll see something missing, and then you'll be able to ask. Yeah, the temperature plummeted. So I'm chilly. I'm very cold. So I'm all wrapped up today. Had the house closed for a couple of days. Been able to not run the heat and stay warm enough for the fresh air. Yeah. Yeah, we had the house open up and it was like, oh no, I have to close this up. It is too cold. Getting cozy with potato chips and knitting? Heck yeah. Heck yeah, you are. Let's see. Is anybody else in line? I don't think so. Nope. I'm back at the end. So hit like, hit subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, you could end up on my stream. I'm trying to test and make sure that this code works. I'd like to know. I'd like to make sure it works. Remind me of the various things you were doing on your Halloween stream on Friday. Yeah, let's see. So I have the schedule. Let me pull that up. So we have we're starting at noon my time, which is 11 Eastern. And we're going to start with free tarot, an intro and a welcome, help everybody in, and we're going to do free tarot. Free tarot is going to be every other hour. So if we're doing it on Eastern, it'll be noon, 2, 4, etc. We have Halloween Deco Den, which I'm really excited about. I do in fact live with a ex-professional cake decorator, and Deco Den is fake cake decorating with silicone instead of frosting. And I'm really, really excited to make some fake Halloween cakes. So we're going to do that. And then I'm going to play some Cult of the Lamb, which is a video game I really, really love. And it's cozy and spooky and just perfect. And then we have, what else do we have? We're going to do handmade candy corn. Not sure how I'm going to position the camera and the computer for that one, but we are going to make handmade candy corn. We're going to make sea glass planchettes, which I'm super excited about. I have I've collected a few pieces of sea glass that I'm ready to make into planchettes, which are the little triangle pieces that are for Ouija boards, to see what letter to point out on Ouija boards. So we're going to make a few of those out of clay and sea glass. And then I think that's like all of the like actual activities. I will have a break in there where I eat dinner, but I will be playing some spooky cartoons for everybody, some public domain spooky cartoons, which I'm really excited about. Sorry, checking up on chat because I left the window. I hate having to choose between warm and fresh air. Yes. That's amazing. I'm really, really excited. If push comes to shove, I can get it and make so we can set it up so they can watch it getting put together. Make it in the kitchen and put it together in the dining room. Hello, welcome in, CB. Yes, this camera right here will work in the kitchen. It's just like, am I going to be sitting in the other room doing commentary on what's happening in the kitchen, or am I actually going to help out? I don't know yet. But it's going to be a lot of fun making fake cake, making real candy corn, playing video games, making planchettes. I'm really excited. Friday is going to be so much fun. So much fun. And in between every activity is an hour of free tarot. I have also uploaded last Thursday. I explained the rewards that are going to be happening during stream, which is the follower rewards, as well as the donation rewards and how those will work. That's up on the channel right now. A quick video explaining those. It'll be amazing. I'm really excited. I'm really, really excited. So, we actually have people in line now, which is great. I don't think it's grabbing CB. I keep trying to change. Change that so that it will accept colons, but it's just like not interested in accepting colons in people's questions. I don't know why. So try again without. There we go. Perfect. I've been okay. We figured out our government stuff. It's finally done, which is great. It's cold, which is why I'm all up in a blanket. We went on a picnic that was fantastic. How have you been? So let's see. It is Fluffy Bunny Rowan's turn. What do I need most for self-care right now? Luxury. I didn't even read your question and it jumped out like aggressively. Just a little bit of luxury. Something that makes you feel a bit decadent and comfortable, extremely comfortable, relaxed, and particularly something about your home. So this could be anything decadent, but I do think it is specifically about your home. So it could be like a piece of furniture. It could be decadent sheets. It could be a new mattress. It depends on what your level of like spending that you want to do on this. It could be a nice candle, right? It could be using the nice things that you are afraid to use that you have saved for special occasions, right? That's always hard for me to remember to do. To use the nice things that you have saved for special occasions now. Okay, can we get 2 more? Hierophant, okay. And 1 more for Rowan, please. I did enjoy the picnic. You should absolutely go and have a picnic. I really, really recommend it. The High Priestess and the 3 of Cups reversed. You need to have some kind of serious talk with people you trust, people that you look to for advice, like teachers, trusted adults, right? It's skewing in the religious direction. If you might want to get friends to come over and talk about spirituality, but specifically, like, it's not a party. It's a serious place to kind of listen to each other and validate each other, maybe. I suppose Halloween is coming up, so that could make sense to have a space that's specifically for, like, hey, I had this really strange thing happen to me. I just got a new bike and wants to go on rides together just in time for the weather to be cold and rainy. Yeah. Exactly. This could also be a therapist, for sure. It could be that you need to talk to a therapist about spiritual stuff. Talk to your spiritual team in a very serious kind of setting. But some kind of you do have a therapist, okay. I'm going to assume that you talk to your therapist about serious stuff all of the time. That's kind of just what therapists are for. So I don't know, I don't think that this is about your therapist then, because this is like new advice. But it's some kind of serious conversation with someone you trust, and I'm leaning towards it being either your spirit guides or trusted friends, in a specifically like not party sense. Like, I don't know what that looks like though. Like telling each other deep, dark, spooky things that happened in a not party environment and going like, wow, what if that was this? What if that was this? What do you think that meant? But that doesn't sound fun. I mean, it does sound fun, but it's such a strange thing to tell someone else to do. So, okay. I'm glad you get it, because I'm like, this is just the weirdest, like, curveball advice. I'm sure it's good advice, and I'm sure it'll do something, but I'm like, what does that even look like? I don't really have any questions regarding religion or spirituality, but I can keep a lookout. Yeah? Maybe, ask, and like I just said earlier in chat, but that I'm not good at dreams, but maybe ask your guides, like, hey, I'm gonna go to bed tonight. If I need to know anything, can you tell me in a dream? I like doing that, and then I always never get anything because I don't get intuitive dreams. So I'm like, oh, they're really quiet. No, they just don't talk to me that way. But I think it is good advice for people who do get stuff through dreams. Yeah, I think it is good advice. But first and foremost, use the stuff you save for fancy occasions now to make you feel comfortable and decadent. I think your body specifically needs that comfort. So it is Janelle's turn. You're so welcome, Fluffy Bunny. Thank you for being here. Thank you for always supporting me. So Janelle's question: will my connection be serious or just another love bomber? Oof. Let's see what we can get. Started after my practice of writing my dreams after waking up, thus training my dream recall capacity. Yeah, the more you write it down, the better it gets. I had a stint where I wrote stuff down and then it got better, but it was never good. It was just better, if that makes any sense. So, is this connection for Janelle, is it serious? Or is it another love bomber? Knight of Wands reversed. 5 of Rings. And one more for Janelle, please. One more for Janelle. Is this serious? Or is this a love bomb? King of Rings reversed. Ace of Rings reversed. Yeah, this is extremely love bomby. Extremely love bomby. Almost to the point of like trying to get money out of you. Like trying to use you for money. Rip. Yeah. I'm quite concerned about all of these cards, honestly. We've got King of Rings reversed, Ace of Rings reversed, and in this deck, rings, that's coins. That's why I was like, ooh, money, right? Because then we also have the 5 of rings. Sounds like a catfisher. Yes, it does. It sounds like a catfisher who's pretending to be adventurous, who's pretending to be someone they are not, someone attractive and funny, passionate, interesting. Catfish. Catfish. Just to make sure, I want to see what this deck has to say about 5 of rings. Sometimes it has a little bit of a different, yeah, financial material trouble. Yeah. Gotta run. Yeah. Have a good night. Keep being noise on other streets. No, you're good. Have a good night, Illumination. But yeah, Janelle, yeah, this feels catfishy for sure. Fake and out to use you. Ooh. That's spooky. It hasn't gotten that far. Good. I don't want it to get that far. Don't give them money. Yeah. At the very least, you can kind of scope it out without giving them money. See if I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. But I mean, at least from what people have been telling me today, I'm not wrong today. Not to toot my own horn, but... Ooh, CB. What cards mirrors my current energies? I love the questions you ask. This is fantastic. What cards mirror CB's current energies? Cards mirror CB's current energies. High Priestess. Which, asking this question in particular is an extremely High Priestess kind of move, so that makes sense. You're so welcome, Janelle. I appreciate you being here. It's always nice to have you, and it's always really flattering that you come back. And then we have the Star reversed and the 9 of Swords. So you're not feeling very good right now, are you? You're anxious and you've lost hope. But the thing with this is, it's really quite easy to change this. Because even though this looks kind of not great, I have a feeling that once you can manage to turn one of these around, the other will follow suit. It's not like you have 2 lessons to learn. That's not what I'm seeing here. I am seeing if you can ease your anxiety. I'm so pumped for Friday. I'm so excited that you're excited. If you can ease your anxiety, then your hope will naturally return. If you can get your hope to return, then your anxiety will naturally ease, right? So this is only one lesson to learn. This isn't like 2 big scary lessons. This is just one, and then the other will follow. But right now, Right now, you are spiritually ready to explore, to learn, to trust yourself, but you are not ready to trust anything else, right? And anxiety and that hopelessness. Positive thinking. Yeah. Positive thinking or some kind of, because I hate to say positive thinking and then just like leave it there, because then that makes it sound kind of delusional. Like, oh, just, ignore whatever bad thing's happening. Like, no. If you can take real steps to like get rid of something stressful in your life, that's going to have huge ripples. That's going to have huge ripples and change everything, right? Getting rid of little stressors. I call them forks. I don't know if everyone here is accustomed to spoon theory. I will explain spoon theory, and then I will explain fork theory. So spoon theory is that you wake up and you have a certain number of spoons, which are just tickets or currency, to spend on your daily life, right? So maybe it costs 1 spoon to brush your teeth and 2 spoons to take a shower and 5 spoons to get to work, right? And at the end of the day, after you do all of the things that you have to do you have spoons left over? Maybe. Do you have negative spoons? Do you have 0 spoons? That's spoon theory. Fork theory, because I work with spoon theory all the time. I love spoon theory. Fork theory, I also love. So fork theory is that you wake up and you have a bunch of forks stuck inside of you, like you've been stabbed a million little times. And each one of the forks is something in your life that just kind of is a problem or sucks. And every time you pull a fork out, yeah, like stick a fork in me, I'm done. Exactly. Every time you pull a fork out, you solve a little problem. Maybe it's a teeny tiny fork. Maybe you just fixed your hangnail, right? Maybe you cleaned up your door, or I don't know, some really simple things. I find that I get really annoyed by really little things that don't take a lot of time to fix, but then there's like 8 million of them in a day, right? And so those are all little tiny forks that are in me. And if I spend the time to pull those forks out and fix those problems, suddenly I have so much more energy to work on the big forks that take a lot of energy to fix. And then you just like rapidly get better at whatever, like, your situations. So if you are just rock bottom and you can only work on little tiny forks, work on those little tiny forks. And then as soon as those forks are gone, you'll have more energy to work on more forks. And then it snowballs. It snowballs. Good night. Yes, a blessed Samhain. Thank you for being here. Goodbye. Yes, I love fork theory as well. And that's kind of the vibe that your cards were giving me, is to work on little forks and let it snowball so that you have the time, the space, the energy to work on those big forks. It took a long time for me to learn, but it has been so helpful. So helpful. Today I hit a fork limit, and I hit a fork limit, and I absolutely just had a bad day and got a lot of forks fixed. Did it cost me my sanity? Yes, but tomorrow I'm gonna feel really good. Everything's harder in an itchy sweater. Everything's harder in an itchy sweater. It's so real. It's so real. You're so welcome, CB. I'm just really glad that you trust me and you asked me such fun, interesting questions because I love your questions. So thank you for being. Hi, Pyrez. Welcome in. How are you doing? We were talking about spoon theory and fork theory. But we've been having a good time. If you want to ask a question, feel free. Good. So let's see. I think that we are to the end of the queue again. Yep, queue's empty. So if anybody in chat has a question, feel free to put it in. You'll be first in line. And let's see, we've been going for an hour and a half. So we have at least another half hour to hang out together. I'm getting less cold, which is fantastic. I closed the door. I feel much better now. The little things, the little forks. Like closing the door. Really, it's spring down here. It should not be this cold. So let's see. I don't know. Is Pocket Astrologer still in chat? Do we have anything that we need to talk about for astrology? Yeah? Is there anything that we need to be talking about? Is there anything we need to be keeping an eye on that's coming up? If it's anything too big, I can pull some cards for sun signs. Quiet week this week. Okay. Grand Water Trine. See where Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces are in y'all's charts. They're getting lit this week. Wet puddles, but still they're starting to play nice. Taurus Sun. Okay. I can start with a Taurus read. See where Cancer, Scorp, and Pisces are in y'all's charts. You're in luck. Fantastic. You get to be possibly a dry puddle. Air and fire are a little more unhinged. That makes sense. If it's being wet, fire is going to take the biggest brunt. So I think for that one, I'll do air, earth, water, fire instead of sun signs. I have Venus and Ascendant Pisces, so I hope to get lit too after doing the fork work. Yes. It might be a bit of a puddle, but I think that the fork work will be absolutely huge. So let's see. So what kind of trine did you call it? You called it a grand water trine. Hey, bye, Pyrez. Have a good day. I had a rough day yesterday for no good reason, slept badly, and woke up feeling fine. Yeah, that's kind of going to explain my today and tomorrow, I think. Ah, thank you for animator. And I'm a Pisces. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds right. So let's see. Grand Water Trine. I'm going to pull a few cards for earth signs, water signs, air signs, fire signs. Ooh, my gosh. Okay. Well, I'm not giving, 3/4 of the deck here. So for earth signs. For earth signs first. Grand Water Trine isn't going to affect you quite as badly as everybody else. You're not going to be puddles, wet puddles, such as Pocket Astrologer said. But let's see what the cards say for some advice. So, can I get some cards for earth signs? Oh. I don't think I'm getting cards for earth signs. Hold on. I think I'm getting something else. Something keeps trying to come through. I got... What's coming through right now? Stuff's in retrograde, yeah, for sure. It'll pass. Taurus wants stability and middle ground. I've been getting deja vu all day long. I don't know what's up with that. Fish says no. Yeah, exactly. Do the stars have any reason that I've been having deja vu all day long? Yeah, where's the fun and stability? Aligning to a reality you've already perceived. Things are going out of retrograde early next year. This too shall pass. Yeah, I've heard that deja vu can be like confirmation that you're on the right path or something like that, but I don't know. I just got some pretty nasty cards coming out, and I'm like, why is there deja vu here? One of my friends told me the other day, "Ooh, tarot readers can't read for themselves. They're not they shouldn't read for themselves." And I'm like, "What? I read for myself all the time." And then like the last 3 times I've read for myself, it's been like disaster or just completely uncomprehensible gibberish from the cards. It's like, maybe I do need somebody else to read for me. Aw, thank you, Reanimator. I used to read for myself all the time, right? And then since I started doing this, I just don't read for myself. I just read for other people almost always. Unless I'm talking, like, asking the cards a question, like, hey, how do you feel about this? I'm not usually asking the cards, like, hey, what's up for me? And now every time I do, it's just either gibberish or, like I said, disaster and, you know, bad fortune. And I'm like, what's going on? What, did I lose something now that I've been working for other people? I don't know. That's so strange. I'm like, hopefully that's not just... I honestly don't think that I have, like, disaster and bad stuff coming. I really don't. Like, if you started believing you can't read for yourself anymore for some reason, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to sit with it for sure, because I definitely need... See? And then I turn the deck over, and it's the Chariot, which is the name the cards have for me. I don't know. I need to sit with them and figure it out. Using up all your connection to the stars on us? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just that I'm nervous. Maybe it's just that before, it was just fun, and now I know that I'm good at this, and that I have had so many people tell me, like, oh my gosh, what you said was so true, that I'm like, ugh, what if I draw bad for me? What if I draw bad things, and bad things happen, and so now only bad things draw because I'm scared of them? That could be it. Maybe they just got excited to be reading for others and are like, this way is better. Maybe! That could definitely be it. Maybe just like, oh, you were meant to read for other people. This is what we wanted to do. We don't want to read for you anymore. You're better at it this way. Okie dokie. I think we're gonna call it. It has been a uncharacteristically dismal night as far as numbers go. We've only had 17 views. So I'm gonna call it, and I'm gonna say that the new thumbnail is bad. And I'll try and make another one. Everyone's gearing up for the subathon. Yeah, you're right. I just thought maybe there'd not be a downtick in views. But I'll try another, what are they called? Thumbnail. We'll see what happens with the next one. If anybody has ideas for the thumbnail, let me know. Because I am curious. What makes you click on things? What made you click on my first thumbnail? Now to become regular viewers. And I will see everybody on Thursday at the normal time. And then Friday for Subathon. And also just Hampton Free and Haunted Doll. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I tried to keep those in the new one. I'll just try something else. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I had so much fun. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.